Retsu Unohana, formerly known as Yakiru Unohana, was the former captain of the 4th Division in the Gotai 13. She was one of the oldest and most experienced captains and was Soul Society's best healer. Her lieutenant was Izane Katetsu. She also formerly served as the first captain of the 11th Division, where she was the first person to wield the name Kenpachi. After she was cast into hell, Unohana gained the epithet of Death Sword. Unohana has the appearance of a slender and very youthful woman with blue eyes and black hair. She wears the standard Shinigami captain uniform apart from using an obi instead of the normal sash, which hides her well-endowed bosom. Her hair is long and is always worn as a large braid down the front of her body. Over 100 years ago, she did not have the large braid, instead styling it in front of her as a loose ponytail. While maintaining a kind and gentle look at most times, during her battle with Kenpachi Zaraki, her eyes appear gloomy and menacing. She also wears her hair down for the first time and is revealed to have been covering a notable scar in between her collarbone, inflicted by Zaraki when the latter was young. Until some time after she fought the Lictric, she did not tie her hair in front of her, instead wearing it down at all times. Unlike most Shinigami who carry their Zanpakate ring in their sash, Unohana has a large string attached to the sheath of her Zanpakate ring and carries it over her shoulder, or has her lieutenant, Izane Katetsu, carry it for her whenever they are together on the battlefield. Unohana has a gentle and warm personality that augments her appearance. Unohana is a soft-spoken, polite, and caring woman who uses honorifics when addressing everyone, including her subordinates and the enemy. She rarely shows any signs of panic or distress and has a great sense of duty, shown in the times that she orders Hanatare Ring Yamada's imprisonment and Izane Katetsu's chasing of Renji Abarai when he runs away with Rukia Kachiki. Despite her sense of duty, she will also heal almost anybody around her, including Renji after he was defeated by his captain, Gantenbane Mosqueda, when she arrived in Hukomundo, and the Visored, referring to them as allies despite Shinji Hirako's reluctance to do so. With her grace and kind manners, she lets others know quietly that while she may be soft, she is not to be taken lightly. Despite her gentle nature, several members of the 11th Division and even her fellow captains fear her. However, after the revelation of her past as the first Kenpachi and Shinsuike Ranraku calling on her to draw on her experience from then, Unohana's personality reverts to her original violent and bloodthirsty nature once she meets with Kenpachi Zaraki. She comments how the scar left on her chest was causing her pain just from the sound of his voice. Unohana herself says that she is infatuated with crossing blades, and firmly believes in taking any actions necessary, even sleight of hands such as hidden daggers, to get ahead in battle. According to Huak, Yakiru was infamous for being a brutal and cold-blooded killer, which she demonstrated by massacring the Quincy of the Lictric when they first invaded Soul Society. Unohana likes strong-flavored food, preferring it to bland-tasting dishes. In her free time, she climbs mountains throughout Tranquil during these excursions. She collects medicinal herbs. Once a month, she holds an Ikebana class for the members of her division, and she is also the president of the Ikebana Club. At some point in the past, she named herself Yakiru Unohana and was known as the most diabolical criminal to ever exist in Soul Society. Genria Sai Shigakuna Yamamoto sought her out and she joined him, becoming one of the founding members of the Gotai 13. Unohana laid the foundations of what would be known as the 11th Division and became its first captain, as well as the first Kenpachi. During this time, Unohana was taught medical techniques by Tenjiro Rinkuranji. She sought this knowledge to prolong fights. Sometime after becoming a captain, Unohana undertook a mission to eliminate the warriors on the edges of Rakongai. Having lost interest in fighting, Unohana wandered from place to place in search of something that would please her sword and came across a young boy who would one day be known as Kenpachi Zaraki. Attacking her on sight, the boy was able to injure her, causing the woman to once again enjoy fighting. However, despite being the one left standing after their battle, she realized he was stronger and was better suited to become Kenpachi. Approximately 1,000 years before her death, Unohana fought alongside Yamamoto and the rest of the first Gotai 13 captains against Huak and his Quincy army. After their defeat, she settled down during the ensuing peacetime as she found things worth protecting, and sometime later, Unohana left the 11th Division and became captain of the 4th Division. Approximately 110 years ago, Unohana was present for a promotion ceremony that took place at the 1st Division headquarters. Along with the rest of the assembled captains, she witnessed the arrival of the newly appointed captain of the 12th Division, Kazuki Arara. Her lieutenant at this time was Sano Tsukimada. Years later, Unohana was present at an emergency meeting called by Captain Commander Yamamoto where he decided to create an investigation team to locate the missing 9th Division members. When he gave out orders, Yamamoto ordered Unohana to prepare the relief stations for casualties, but she interrupted him and asked if it wouldn't be better for her to tend to the wounded there. Yamamoto told her that he couldn't send healers out without knowing what the situation was like. Unohana was present when Ishin Shiba made his report about the mysterious hollow known as